Welcome back to our brand new staff takeover. We are coming to you on Tuesday morning with some new information, some new questions, just trying to stay in touch with everybody. Bear with us because just like you, we're staying up with the changing information. So we'll get it to you the best we can. And sometimes the answer might just be that we aren't sure, we're not sure, and that's okay. We're gonna go through that together.
Okay, how can you guys get involved? You can ask questions. You can leave a message on our Facebook post. You can email Emily, Kyle, or I directly. If your question is one that you're not wanting to attach a name with, you can remain anonymous and we can make that happen. And we plan on continuing to do videos 2 to 3 times a week. So let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what is helpful for you.
We've had, before we get to our first guest, or our only guest today, I guess, we do have a couple questions that came in since Friday. So I'll take one of them. One of them was, are we really coming back May 1st? So kind of with what Mr. Gordon said, we are planning on going back May 1st. Obviously that could change, but right now that's the plan we're given. That's what everybody's telling us. So that's what we're working towards. Obviously that could change, but as staff, we are looking forward to May 1st. We are planning on May 1st. And then if it changes, we can go with that. So yes, we are planning on coming back May 1st, but it could change. Emily, what's the other question?
Our other question we had was in regards to what Mr. Gordon talked about last week, and someone asked, will we have summer sports if we do not go back to school? And that's a great question that unfortunately we cannot answer because like Kyle said, our plan is right now to go back to school on May 1st. That's our plan, that's our hope. So plan A is definitely go back to school and then go with the shortened schedule that the sports have put out. And if that should change, then we would go to a plan B. So that question can't completely be answered yet because right now we're planning on going back. If we do not go back to school, then that question would have to answer right now. But for right now, like Mr. Gordon said, keep training, keep staying healthy, and plan to be doing those things because that's what we want to have happen.
Okay, let's get to our guest. Our guest today, we are very, very lucky to have Miss Green join us. Thank you for coming.
Sure.
Now, we did some research. We employ some people here that are behind the scenes, and we don't give them credits, but they were researching. It shows that you were the only teacher that was teaching in all of Greene County during the Spanish flu. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, what was that like? I mean,
well,
that was before.
Yeah, I was a little girl, so I don't remember much of it. But yeah, I've heard that it was terrible.
Okay. No, that wasn't the reason why we had you on here. We have you on here. We had some students asking about prom, and we figured the best person that we could ask is you. So with that in mind, what is the most important information you can share today to our students about prom?
Yeah, so I have talked to Mr. Christensen and Mr. Phillips and the after prom parents who are in charge of the different activities, and I've talked to Alex Robert. And our plan is that we will have prom on May 9th. We have Wild Rose reserved for May 9th. Everybody's good with coming. Our hypnotist can come, our DJ can come, and everything's set. So with that in mind, if by chance we don't get to go back to school on May 1st, we do have a plan B and a plan C. So we will look at, let's say that we don't go back to school, we will look at having prom in June. And I've talked to Wild Rose, and a lot of their weekends are already booked. So it may be a situation where we have prom on a Friday night, or we possibly could have it on a Thursday night, depending on the availability of Wild Rose. We'd like to stay there because we're going to have our meal and everything right there. So that's the plan at this time. Now, at the after prom party, we were going to have inflatables, but we've decided not to do the inflatables no matter when we have prom because of the coronavirus. And we may do something with those inflatables around homecoming time because we do have to pay pay for part of them. So we figure we might as well take advantage of that and maybe do something with homecoming. So we do have a plan. We will do everything that we can to have the prom. I think July, if we had to go to July, I think we could still do it then. My junior class president, Alex Roberts, thinks it would be best if we could do it in June. So hopefully everything works out and we can still have it then.
So doing whatever you can to make it happen again.
Yeah.
Knowing that we'll do some little bit of stuff differently as far as the inflatables, but prom, after prom, banquet, and those things will still be on.
Right. And, one of the things I talked to Alex last night about was that, let's say we do have to do it in June, maybe we do an abbreviated after prom party where we have it at Wild Rose, and maybe the kids bring their clothes and then they change, and then we have a hypnotist start right away at 11:30 out there. We go until 12:30 and then make some modifications for what we're doing. So, we're trying to work it out. The parents are very helpful. The teachers that are working with me are very helpful, and we're all just trying to make it as good of an experience for the kids as we can. One of the good things, and this will pertain to the boys, is that I talked to Heidi Neighborhouse, and she said that the tuxedo companies will return the deposits if by chance prom has to be totally canceled. So that is a really nice gesture on their part that they will refund it, but the girls unfortunately probably can't take their dresses back. So we will do everything we can to have the prom.
Okay, awesome, good news. Switching away from prom, just some of the questions. What are this is kind of unique for all of the rest of us. We have students that are struggling with it. We're out of sorts. We're not in our routine. What is something that you're looking forward to back when we get into how things are regular?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into a routine and seeing the kids. I have kids that I meet every morning at breakfast and just making those connections. I've tried to email a lot of the kids and I've gotten some responses back, but I think just those connections that we have with our students, they're important to us too. And I think student to students, that we can see each other and just being in a routine and knowing where we're supposed to be at a certain time. I think one of the things that I've tried to do is stay productive during my day. So I think as kids, you need to stay productive too and try to get something done every day.
So having a goal and getting it done. I really like your idea of it's nice to be able to send messages to kids, but for us individuals that are over 40, it's just not the same as saying hi to them in the hallway or joking or anything like that. That's one of the things I know I'm looking forward to, is just being able to have those a few small.
I think one of the things that we'll probably, and how much we appreciate each other. I know when I go to the grocery store, it's like, get to see some high school kids, so it's exciting. So I think maybe we'll maybe appreciate each other even a little more.
I'd hope so. I don't know. We'll see. I've kind of enjoyed my time away from Emily. Anyway, so last question, last burning question that I have is, what's the most fun you've had since this has been the longest spring break ever?
It has been crazy. I've kind of gotten a little bit too hooked on Netflix. I watched Ozark, which was bizarre. We watched Tiger King, which was really bizarre. And then I watched Molly's Game, and that was fun. And then I just watched Unbelievable. That's with Bethany Hamilton, the water skier surfer who lost her arm in a shark attack. And I even think I might even have my volleyball and track girls watch that because it's so inspirational. So that's a good one. So I've been doing that. I've been going out to Spring Lake, which I like lakes. So going out there and just being out in open, fresh air has been a good thing. And just getting some things done around the house that I don't normally do. So It's been good.
Good. So trying to do it, and we'll see you when we see you. But as usual, I got 2 roles. of toilet paper for you, but I can't give them to you until social distancing. And I don't know how long this is going. It might, the other guest might only get one roll or something like that too. So we're going through some toilet paper here, I know. So anyhow, well, thank you for coming, and really appreciate you being able to do all the stuff kind of behind the scenes with prom for however many years this is. How many years has it been?
This is my 40th.
40th year. So 40 years in a row. I mean, they first started by riding their horses in, now cars, and maybe it's time to do a virtual. They don't actually dance with each other. They just get on this Zoom thing and dance remotely with each other.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time to evolve it again.
Last year, they did a special on the prom and all the different things that we've had happen over the years, and which were the most unique and the bizarre. I would say this one is probably going to rank in the top 2. Yeah, so it's crazy that, and 2 of you guys were students of mine, so that, it takes a lot to put it together. But this one, I think, oh boy, it's just going to be wild.
Well, thank you again for doing everything with prom, and thank you for being a guest here. I'll send it back up to Emily.
Or we have the
that's
question
right.
of the day.
That's right. Sorry.
If you had 2 tickets to sell,
I would go to Grand Cayman Island.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's very beautiful there. Yeah, it's a pretty place, so that would be good. Yeah. Missy, I'll be waiting on my back step for you to deliver those to me.
I'll be right over as soon as I can leave the house safely.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us, and we hope that everyone continues to view these and finds them useful. Ask questions. We will dig for your answers. If we don't know, we'll make sure that when that information comes available, we get it out to you as fast as we can. So keep tuning in with us. Comment on our post. We'll be checking those just to make sure that we're answering all of your questions. Stay tuned because we may have some PBIS prizes coming in our next video. Everybody knows we love PBIS prizes, so stay tuned and check in with us again next time. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.